Now, whoever this person is, Eris, she has an average rating of 3.58. So, most books she reads, she does not give a high rating to at all. Now, she gave me the lowest rating, of course, and she hated my book. So let's get into seeing what she said. And there are 2 comments here, and we're gonna get there are some characters here, some main characters, except me. So first off, I respond to this review, whatever it is, by saying, I'm sorry I took your time. And thank you for the chance. I do have to say that I never expected or expect to be successful, but I will do my best. Again, sorry you didn't like the story, and thanks for taking the chance on my work. Now, some other person named Eager Reader with a dinosaur has answered. Now, she comes back, or he, I think it's a she, but it might be a he. This person comes back, says, yes, a writer who needs to take a course in writing, sadly. Irritated that I paid money for this based on those awkward award stickers, which is, this book has won some awards, actually, because it's really, really good. We'll come back to Eager Reader. Now, this is the review. It starts like this. This book was boring, ridiculous, and not interesting. God, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Okay. Nothing was new or original. And together with bad writing, I just didn't have the energy to read any further. Apologize for misreading. I seriously don't know who came up with the nomination for this book, as it wouldn't even be printed on paper. Now, who came nominated, I don't know. So here is the review. Spoiler, I have to confess, and this is where my saving grace. I have to confess that I only managed to read about 18% of the book, as I kept remembering the beginning where that horrible monster killed the parents of our protagonist. And get ready for this one. It was such a lame excuse for her to start the journey, because when you think about it, it's so silly. Now, I don't know. I would like to think that when you say something like this, it was such a lame excuse for her to start her journey because, and then you have a pretty good reason, because it would never make sense for anyone to do this or blah, blah. But this is just stupid because it's silly. And because it's silly, that means that it's stupid. So I don't know. But okay, fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their stupid opinion, Eris. Maybe it's not that stupid. Okay, let's continue. Apparently, her abusive father told Ara, yes, she's named as the parrot. I don't know what parrot this is, but probably. To go wash herself because she stinks, right? So Ara smells because they are poor, and in the story, Ara is the protagonist, and they're poor. It beats me why she didn't do it at home, but had to walk in the night with monsters lurking to a stream. Yes, a stream in a city to wash herself. Well, let me tell you why she didn't do it at home. It's very simple. They don't have a bath at home. They don't have running water. This is medieval fantasy, and they're poor. They live in the rundowns, so that's why. Yes, no, she, the only surviving child and the obedient slave, yet she's been sent in the night to wash. Why she cannot do it at home, where she's doing all the chores, don't know. Huh. Well, again, she doesn't have a bath at home. She doesn't have a bath at home, so there's no place for her to wash. Despite doing chore, just because you do chores someplace doesn't mean that you also have a bath there. But, okay. Her inner monologue doesn't mention regular visits to this stream to fetch water for cooking, cleaning, so I assume they have running water in the house. Yet she's sent to... It's a very weird assumption to make. Listen, okay, Eris, you didn't like the book. That's fine. That's fair. No problem. That's your opinion. I feel it's weird, a little bit weird, to get hung up on that because she doesn't mention that she doesn't fetch water from the stream to use for cooking or cleaning. That means they have running water in the house. Wouldn't you assume that because she washes in the stream, then she doesn't have running water in the house? Isn't that like the normal assumption to make? Okay, she has to go to the stream to wash. Maybe that means they don't have running water. Instead of then assuming, well, it hasn't been mentioned in the inner dialogue, so then they have to have running water. But just so, for the record, they don't have running water at all. So it's not that they had it and she wasn't allowed to use it. They just literally don't have it. Then the Magnificent Two find her and decided it would be a good idea to take her with them. Then it only gets worse. I assume, since she only read 18%. But then it's this, where she gets kind of snarky with me, I guess. I assume this is a woman for some reason. I don't know why. Aries? Maybe it's a guy. Then he, or him, or her. The only nice thing about this was the cover art. Thank you. Sorry, mate, you cannot acquire positive art reviews and expect to be successful when the story is so badly written. Okay. Well, fair enough. Okay. She did not like my book and made these assumptions, and that's fine. It's fine. I think my response was okay. Back, I'm like, well, no, she didn't like the book. She's completely entitled to that opinion. Can't do anything about it. That's just how it is. So, okay, fair enough.